I forgot to go over the injury report like I said I was going to do, so we're going to do it right quick right now. So game status for the Washington football team: out wide receiver De'Ami Brown, knee; out offensive tackle Samuel Cosmi, ankle; out wide receiver Curtis Samuel, growing, questionable; cornerback William Jackson, knee; guard Brandon Sheriff, knee; wide receiver Cam Sims, hamstring; offensive tackle Cornelius, illness, not COVID related. So I think everybody in the questionable list plays, maybe besides Brandon Sheriff, but William Jackson, I think he's gonna play. Cam Sims, he's a guy that said he's been playing. He's been practicing. He's been feeling really well. So I do think Cornelius Lucas should be fine. So I think everybody plays except for maybe Brandon Sheriff because he's dealing with that MCL sprain. But Rivera did speak on Curtis Samuel, and he talked about not putting him on season-ending IR. He's going to continue to work on him, or wait to see how he feels. They're going to continue to conditioning him and having him run and stretch. I think that's hurting him even more because, again, a growing is going to heal when you just don't do anything. You just rest and you just lay and you just chill out and don't work it. You know what I'm saying? But they'll keep trying to work it and keep trying to have him run, stretch, and do whatever. That's not going to heal it. If anything, that's going to make it worse. So I don't like the approach they're doing with Curtis Samuel, but we'll see, man. Hopefully we can see him play at some point again this season because it sucks not having him out there. And for the Denver Broncos, they didn't update theirs for Friday yet, but we're gonna go based off of their Thursday practice and assume maybe they didn't practice. I don't know because again they didn't update their Friday one yet. So Von Miller Thursday didn't practice. Mike Purcell didn't practice. Garrett Bowles full practice. Tyree Cleveland full practice. Jamar Johnson did not practice. Aaron Patrick full practice. Limited practice. Malik Reed. Baron Browning full practice. Jonathan Cooper full practice. Shelby Harris full practice. And Teddy Bridgewater full practice. So for most part they're really healthy. The only guy on that do not practice list that I'm scared of is Von Miller. So hopefully he does miss this game. Obviously I want to see him healthy and see him play, but hey, I would take a break of missing Von Miller. You hear me? So make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe again, and see you guys Sunday for the game versus the Denver Broncos at 4:15. Peace. So the Denver Broncos are coming in on this game and 3-4, and the Washington football team is coming in this game 2-5 after both teams lost their previous matchup. Denver Broncos to the Cleveland Browns on Thursday Night Football, and the Washington football team, as we know, we lost to the Green Bay Packers in a game that was very winnable. When you look at this game, I'll be honest, it could be one of these games where it's 10-17 or it's 13-10 or it's 23-16 or 23. It can be one of these ugly games. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, in all those predicting scores that I said or potential scores, obviously we're rooting for the Washington football team in those outcomes. But I would not be surprised if we're on the other side of that outcome. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at the Denver Broncos, Teddy Bridgewater is a guy that doesn't fear me at all. He's a check down guy. He's a guy that's going to take care of the ball. He's a guy that's probably going to throw for about 150 for maybe a touchdown or two, for about 17 for 25 and no turnovers. He's literally Alex Smith, but just a black version. You know what I'm saying? He's going to take care of the ball. He's going to be a good game manager, but he's never going to give your team a chance to win if they're down late and they're down by multiple scores, because he's always in take care of the ball mode. You know what I'm saying? That's why Teddy Bridgewater is always going to be employed, whether he's a starter or a backup, because he has potential to play in the NFL, and at least you know what you're getting out of Teddy Bridgewater is he's never going to stink up the joint. So that's one thing about Teddy Bridgewater. When you look at the Denver Broncos offense as a whole, they got Courtland Sutton, who is really, really good. They're getting Jerry Jeudy back this week off of IR. Unfortunately, he couldn't have missed one more week, so unfortunately, we're going to have to get a taste of Jerry Jeudy. And I'm going to say KJ Hamler is still hurt. He could be coming back. I think so. Off the top of my head, before we looking at the injury report, this is off the top of my head before we look at the injury report again. I believe KJ Hamler may be playing. I'm not sure. of that. And then they have Noah Fant, who can be really, really good when he's on. And then you look at that backfield, it's not the best, you know what I'm saying? Phillip Lindsay was one of the better running backs that they had before they let him go. Melvin Gordon's really solid, but other than that, they really don't have anybody in that backfield for that really scares me, you know what I'm saying? So when you look at that defensive side of the ball, Von Miller, he got hurt versus the Cleveland Browns, and hey, all I'm saying, bro, is if you tell me Von Miller's going to be out and all the rest of your team is healthy, I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody on that injury report that we're going to look at scares me more than Von Miller. So if Von Miller's out, cool. You know what I'm saying? They keep saying that he's going to play, but it looked like it was a nasty sprained ankle or something. So if he is playing, he's not going to be 100%. So Von Miller may not be as bad as we may think he is, because he's going to be compromised with that ankle injury. But you look at the rest of that defense. Ronald Darby, a guy that we know well. We had him last year, with the reason why he got paid by the Denver Broncos. Let's call it what it is. They got Justin Simmons on that back end in the secondary, who's really, really good. They got Kyle Fuller also out there, Kendall Fuller's brother. So they're going to be not really going head to head, but they're going to be playing each other, I guess you would say. That secondary is really, really good. They got Patrick Surtain that they drafted, who lit up the preseason with his interception. And that secondary is really, really good. It's young. Man, it's young. Ronald Darby being in the elders, Aikman of that group. But other than that, I really like the Denver Broncos defense, man. They have Bradley Chubb, but he's out of the lineup. They're missing like 8 linebackers. They just traded for a Rams linebacker too. I want to say Kenny Young or something like that. So they're pretty banged up. You know what I'm saying? Especially at the linebacker group. So I think that's something that we could take advantage of as an offense. And we could probably get the short yardage passing game going with Ricky Seals-Jones and Terry McLaurin or something like that. Have J.D. McKissick out the backfield or spread him out wide to go up against a backup linebacker or something like that. Because again, they are very, very banged up at the linebacker position. So you look at our offense versus their defense. What are some matchups we can exploit? I just said one. Our running backs versus their linebackers. And I'm talking with Antonio Gibson too. I know he's had drop issues, fumbling issues. I still like my matchup against Antonio Gibson versus any of their linebackers. Again, guys, their linebackers are out. They're missing a ton of linebackers. You know what I'm saying? Whether you look at Von Miller as a linebacker or not, he's really classified as a linebacker because they run a 3-4. But he's an edge rusher. But he's in that group when they're saying linebackers. And I think we can exploit those matchups. Then you look at the wide receiver room versus their secondary. Now, it scares me because, again, we don't have anybody outside of Terry McLaurin that probably scares that secondary. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Ricky Seals-Jones could fear them a little bit vertically. But other than that, no one fears the Denver Broncos other than Scary Terry. So, we have to find ways to get other guys involved. DeAndre Carter, Adam Humphries, even Dax Milne. I like some things that I've been saying from Dax Milne lately. So we got to find a way to get some of those guys involved in the game plan, because, again, we're going to need everybody to step up. It can't just be Terry McLaurin, because Terry McLaurin can't do it all by himself. You know what I'm saying? Even Terry needs help at some time. So that matchup versus Patrick Surtain is going to be intriguing. I assume that's their cornerback one. It could be Ronald Darby because they did pay him all that money. So if it's Ronald Darby, I like my matchups against Ronald Darby. Again, no hate on Ronald Darby. I really liked what he did for us last year, but he can't stick Terry McLaurin one-on-one. He did lead our team in PBUs last year, so he's really good at playing zone. That's what he is. But if you asking him to check Terry McLaurin mano-a-mano, GG's, man. Terry McLaurin is going to do that boy in. So I assume it's Patrick Surtain, but I could be wrong. But again, I like my chances in this game, man. I really, really do. I think the Washington football team is going to come out with the win. I think we're going to have a game where it's just like Washington's going to be in control from start to finish. Because although I don't think it's going to get to a blowout, I think it might feel like one, because this team has been coming on of late, and the Denver Broncos have been falling off of late. So we're basically going in two separate directions. The Washington football team is coming up, even though we're still losing. We're coming up, and the Denver Broncos are dropping off after starting hot. So we're kind of switching, switching spots in a way. So I do think the Washington football team is going to get the win. I think it's just going to come down to this offense getting going. I don't have a problem, or I don't have any reason to not think this defense is going to do what it's going to do, because again, the defense hasn't been the best, but it's been getting better as of late. And again, their offense doesn't scare me at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm more scared of that secondary than I am that offense. Again, they have some great wide receivers, but look who their quarterback is, Teddy Bridgewater. He's a guy that's not going to take chances. He's a guy that is going to just protect the ball, that's going to throw for like 150 or 125 for 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to scare you. You know what I'm saying? Again, heads off to Teddy. He beat us last year with the Panthers again, but let's be real. Dwayne Haskins, he kind of cost us that game. I guarantee you, if Taylor Heineke plays in that game, if we knew Taylor Heineke was going to be what he was and later in that Bucs game in the playoffs, if Taylor Heineke plays in that Panthers game, we probably win that game. So Teddy Bridgewater, yes, he beat us, but I don't see it happening, man. I don't see it happening. I'm just not scared of the Broncos. Like, is there a reason I should be scared of the Broncos? Like, let's be real, man. I think this game is going to be heavily dominated by the Washington football team again from start to finish. I don't know if it's going to get to a blowout. I think it may feel like one, but the scoreboard isn't going to say it. But again, I'm just not scared of the Broncos, man. I'm not. I think the Washington football team handles them, and they get some momentum going into the bye, and they come out the bye hosting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in a rematch, and I have us beating the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I said this before the season even started. I don't care what our record says. I don't care how we've been playing. I always just say we're going to beat the Buccaneers. I have faith. I have some type of, feeling that we're just going to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So we're getting momentum going into the bye week, and I think we're going to handle the Denver Broncos pretty well. You know what I'm saying? Again, I'm not scared of the Broncos. They don't strike no type of fear in my heart. Like, I don't know what I should be scared of the Broncos for. Again, like I said, they have some great offensive weapons, but Teddy Bridgewater is their quarterback. They have their secondary. That's probably the most scary part of that team, is that secondary, because it's so young. And even Von Miller being out, that if he was playing, I'll be having a different kind of voice, or different kind of opinion, different kind of tone. But they're missing 2 of their best pass rushers in Bradley Chubb and Von Miller, more than likely. And again, if Von Miller end up playing, he's not going to be 100%. So I'm not scared of the Broncos, bro. I think we're going to take care of business on Halloween. But before we get out of here, I want to talk about our defense versus their offense. I think we need to get some pressure on Teddy Bridgewater. Again, their offensive line, it's solid. It's solid, but again, I think we can take advantage of that offensive line by getting out of Teddy Bridgewater. Secondary, this might be a big day for the secondary, because again, Teddy Bridgewater, he could be under duress all day, and he's not going to take chances down the field, but he is going to throw some short plays. So I can see, Will Jack, if he plays, or Kendall Fuller, or somebody, Ben St. Juice, I'm getting a PBU, or under those underneath routes, and probably pick one off. I think this could be a big day for the front 4 too, but the secondary, I think this may be a big day for them, because I think the secondary is going to be able to strap up. No, actually, let me take that back. I think the secondary is going to contribute to the D-line having a big day. Let me put it that way again. So I really think Washington is going to, handle the Denver Broncos pretty much. You know what I'm saying? I think we're going to be able to get after Teddy Bridgewater, Chase Young, Montez Sweat, Deron Payne, Jonathan Allen, Tim Settle, Matt Ioannidis. I think the linebacking core is going to be really better. I think Jamin Davis, could this be his breakout game? Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Get him maybe a pass deflection or interception or something. Maybe, we'll see. He's probably going to be matched up with no offense, so that's going to be interesting to watch. Cole Holcomb's going to do his thing, obviously, and that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? I really want to see more of Landon Collins in the box at the linebacker position. I want to see how he's going to look, but the safeties, I really hope DeShazer ever gets some burn at safety, but I know they're probably going to go Cam Curl, Bobby McCain, but I'm telling you, that Cam Curl and DeShazer Everett, the safety duo, it hits different, man. But there you have it, man. There's not much to say, because again, I don't fear the Denver Broncos. Like, there's no keys to victory for me. You just go out there and win at this point. You know what I'm saying? You don't get keys to victory. Just go out there and win. It's no keys to victory for me this week, because I just want to win. Just go out there, do whatever it takes, man. If it's 10-3, 16-3. I don't care, man. Just go out there and win. We need a win so bad. And if we lose to the Denver Broncos, you might as well pack up the season. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, it's me, boy Juangotti. Like, comment, subscribe. Hell to the Washington football team. My score prediction for this game is going to be 21-10, and the Washington football team wins. Make sure you guys come through the stream Sunday at 4:15 for this game. I will be going live, as you guys know we do every single week. Please come through, man. It's a really fun 3-4 hours that you spend with me while watching the game. You can see my live reaction. You can see the chat's reaction too. So make sure you guys come through and support your boy on Sunday. As always, me and boy Juangotti. Like, comment, subscribe. Hell to the Washington football team. See you guys Sunday. I'm out. Peace. Cost me one time, that's gonna get you popped. Get you popped. Get